Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We're here for the Realistic League or XL F1 League. The Discord link is in the description down below if you're a Motive Racing fan and you're thinking, what is XL Racing League? They are a community of very enthusiastic F1 racers on the Codemasters Formula 1 game on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 platform. If you want to get involved in the league, as we said, the link is above the Motive Racing link in the description down below. It's a fresh link. It will be live for the next 7 days, so get it whilst you still can and get involved in what is some of the cleanest F1 action here on PlayStation. We got 18 cars out on the track. We're supposed to have 19, I think, but Derby Bay does seem to be having a few problems with his connection tonight, so fingers crossed he can get that sorted out and get himself in the lobby and join the cars out on the track. Almost a full lobby here, so should be a good night of racing. As you recognise, unless you've been living under some kind of rock, in terms of F1, this is actually Silverstone. This is the home of the British Grand Prix, so it's the Realistic League British Grand Prix here at XL. The thing about the Realistic League here at XL is that it's a little bit different from most of the leagues that you find on the Codemasters Formula 1 game. This league actually intends to replicate the real performance of the cars that you see in 2021 in the real F1. So you've got Red Bull and Mercedes, the quickest cars, followed by Ferrari, followed by McLaren, and so on and so forth. You've got the Hasses and the Williams down at the bottom of the order. So it intends to basically be exactly as you would see in the real Formula 1. So that means that a lot of the drivers who tend to do pretty well in the OG League on the Wednesday and Sunday, like Bennett LCFC and as well as Derby Bay, they tend to struggle here because Bennett drives in the Alfa Romeo on a Monday night, and also Tree Monkey Page, one who has always done well in the OG League, he drives in an Alfa Tauri in this Realistic League. So these guys tend to struggle a little bit compared to their usual pace. The Alfa Tauri has a slightly better car than the Alfa Romeo, and as such Tree Monkey Page has had a better of a season compared to Bennett, but it really does set the cat amongst the pigeons. Cameron Poulter, certainly one of the best drivers when I've seen him out on the track, and he's doing pretty well in the Alpine this season. The Alpine and the Alfa Tauri pretty similar in terms of performance, so you find that Tree Monkey Page and Cameron Poulter have been very close out on the track a couple of times this season. Bennett LCFC has been really trying to combat the ineffectiveness of the Alfa Romeo, but so far this season hasn't taken a win as far as I've seen it this Realistic League. He might have taken a win when I wasn't here, but I haven't seen him actually win whilst I've been present watching the races, so hopefully he can get his first win on the channel in the Realistic League for this season. Dominant obviously in the OG League on a Wednesday and Sunday, so he's no stranger to winning, but on a Monday night I haven't seen too much of him. But here we are then, 3 minutes into the session, 3.5 minutes, and no times on the board just yet as the drivers are just getting their tyres up to temperature and getting warmed up here. But Paul Codd in the Red Bull is just coming through Stowe Corner. Let's get the lap data up. We always forget to do this, but we got it up pretty early actually compared to most weeks. King of 69, the first driver to put a lap in the Mercedes, a 1 minute 30.4, so he's currently setting up trail out there. Ben Smith goes second, 10th slower. Paul Codd goes under the line and 3/10 slower than King of 69 for Paul Codd so far. And Aldrich Havfis goes to the top of the leaderboard there, one of our regulars in the Motive League on a Friday night, absolutely killing it in a Haas. Look at that. What an impressive time there from Aldrich Havfis. He's flying out there at the moment. Really great stuff. First man under the 1 minute 30s, and we're only a lap into the session, and Cameron Poulter just goes and knocks that out of the park there, gets it on pole with a 29.6. San goes into second in the McLaren, so San out of the top 6. San's probably in the car that, out of the top 5 should I say, probably in the best car, because Paul Codd's in a Red Bull, obviously in P6 at the moment, but San, one of the mid-pack drivers in the XL League. So put a mid-pack driver in a car that can fight at the front, and you've currently got San pretty close to the front there, so doing a good job right now. It is a real novel idea, this Realistic League, having the real car performance for the league, and it's so exciting to see some of the drivers who maybe struggle on a Wednesday and Sunday just really blazing it here in this Realistic League. Antonius Bai has just gone quickest there. He's gone 3/10 quicker than Cameron Poulter, as Derby Bay still hasn't been able to get into the session yet, so he'll obviously be a bit frustrated with that. Hopefully he can get in before the end of the session, otherwise he'll have to start from the back, or worse, he won't even be able to start the race at all. But double wave yellows through every sector. I don't know what that's all about, and it now looks like it's just sector 2 and 3. Crest and Anime trying to get himself in. It looks like those two are fighting over who gets in. I think Crest Anime is going to get in now, and that will have put a nail in WA's chances of getting himself into the race series. We've only got 19 slots for tonight, seeing as I am taking up one spot being the commentator. So I think maybe WA's not going to get in to be able to race tonight, which is a real shame there. That's Cameron Poulter. Oh wow, look at that. Cameron Poulter into the 28s. Incredible stuff there from Cameron in the Alpine. Obviously almost won the race last week at the Red Bull Ring, but came up just short. Tried to go long on his medium tyres, and Tree Monkey Page caught up to him and ended up taking the win off of him on the last lap of the race. What a race that was last time out. We're hoping that we'll have more of the same between these two, and indeed of the other guys up the top. Anton is by. King of 69 has gone up into 3rd place there ahead of Ultra Catfist. Ultra Catfist still be a strong contender though. Paul Codd in the Red Bull seems to have a lot of pace here in this realistic league, and San is in the pits at the moment. He's certainly not going to get any better being sat in there. But Ben Smith is currently out there at the moment. He's on a lap time for the time being. We've got Polish My Balls and Morph both sat in the pits at the moment. Bennett LCFC's done a time good enough for 8th place at the moment. The champion of the OG League on a Wednesday and Sunday is leading the championship for this season. I'm pretty sure. I'll be very surprised if he isn't, as he's been the dominant force so far this season in the OG League on a Wednesday and Sunday. But the realistic league, as we said before, makes it a little bit more of a challenge for the drivers who are used to stomping around and finishing on the podium week in, week out, because these cars obviously are the realistic performance compared to what we see in the 2021 season. They're supposed to replicate the real F1, so the Alfa Romeo not supposed to be a race winning car, but Bennett's done a pretty good job of being on the podium a few times so far this season. See what he can do tonight here at Silverstone. Cameron Poulter currently setting the pace though, ahead of Anton is by. Let's see if Cameron can improve his lap. No, he can't. He's coming into the pits here at the end of this lap, so that's not going to be an improvement there for him. Anton is by, coming through Copse Corner. You've got King of 69 Ultra Catfist and Paul Codd all in the pits. Tree Monkey Page is coming down towards Brooklands, just about to complete the first sector there. He's a second down on his personal best, so he's not going to improve on this particular lap. Sands on his out lap at the moment. You've got Mark Bow out there and currently P8 in this qualifying session. Ben Smith sat in the pits making a few adjustments to the setup. You'd think Andrew Pittsmith down in P10, not where he wants to be, as Bennett's coming through towards Vale chicane now. What can Bennett do? He's 2/10 up on his personal best through the middle sector. Can he find a little bit more time and maybe get himself up ahead of Mark Bow maybe? Over the line he comes. Oh, just short of Mark Bow there. Stays in P10 actually. So despite improving his lap time, doesn't move himself up the order. Oh, he does actually. He moves himself ahead of Andrew Pipsmith. So Bennett gains one position, gained a bit more time than I would have thought he would have done, considering he only gained one position. But nonetheless, good lap there from Bennett. Anton is by, has improved to a 29 dead, and he's put himself pretty close to Cameron Poulter here. Only a 1/10 of a second between those two here in this qualifying session, so Anton's really bringing the smoke here in this one, looking to try and get himself on pole if he can in that Aston Martin. King of 69 is just coming out of the pit lane now for another run at it. You've got Ultra Catfist on his outlap, Paul Codd also on an outlap, Tree Monkey Page coming out of the pit so as we speak in that Alpha Tauri. We've got San on his outlap just about to start another flying lap. Mark Bow in the pits, Ben Smith likewise. Bennett is out there at the moment, but he's backed off to that first sector there. Andrew is coming into the pits. Polish My Balls is in the pits. Morph in the pits, so is Golden Wolf. Malky still yet to do a proper lap time here in this session, down in P15. Definitely not where he wants to be here. ATM Kinglock's just coming in. Sophie been sat in the pits for a little while now, and Horatio still yet to set a lap, unlike Horatio, to see him taking so long about it. Coming up towards Stowe Corner. Let's ride with Horatio here and see what he can do in the closing stages. Well, not closing stages, we're only just halfway through, but you know, let's see what he can do here. Horatio's a high flyer in the OG League, always up there or thereabouts. But here he comes in towards Vale now. This seems to be a pretty solid lap here out of Club Corner, out onto the start-finish straight. Can Horatio get himself in amongst it? Over the line he comes. P5 there for Horatio. Only 6/10 off for the provisional pole time in that Aston. So Horatio definitely got time to find here. King of 69 and Ultra Catfist both on their outlaps. Cameron Poulter still on provisional pole, sat in the pits at the moment. So he won't get any better being sat inside there. But King of 69 and Ultra Catfist both on their outlaps at the moment. Horatio's just coming through the first sector. Looks like he's backed off actually, so he's not gonna, certainly not going to improve his lap time just at the moment. Paul Codd there is a half second down on his personal best coming through sector 1. You've got Tree Monkey Page sat in the pits. San there is coming out of Beckett's out on towards the hangar straight. What about Malky? Malky's just coming into the pits right now. Mark Bow on his outlap. Ben Smith, Bennett, Andrew Pittsmith all sat in the pits. Bennett LCFC dropping down the order here in this session. He's down in P12 as it stands, so not having the night so far as Bennett. Polish My Balls on his outlap. Enmorph in the pits. Golden Wolf on his outlap. ATM Kick Kinglock currently out on the track on a flying lap at this very moment, and so still sat in the pits. Well, I don't think she's going to manage to achieve much being sat in the pits. She needs to get herself out there and get some lap times in, but she's been in the pits for quite some time now. But Cameron Poulter still your man on provisional pole, sat in the pits. King 69 on our lap at the moment. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's 3/10 up in the middle sector there, coming out of Cops towards Maggots and Beckett. So King of 69 really on one at the moment. Could he find a couple more tenths in this final sector and maybe dethrone Cameron Poulter at the top of that leaderboard, or possibly split the two on the front row? Cameron and Anton coming down the hangar straight here. He's half a second up through the second sector. So King of 69 lighting up your timing screens. He is absolutely sending this out, this Mercedes around Silverstone tonight. It through Stowe corner, absolutely killing it, coming through that right hander, absolutely scorching those left rear tyres in towards Vale now. Can he nail this final section of the track? He just has to bring it around these final couple of corners. No, he's backed out, and he's still improved. He improved to 29.2, but he backed out a little bit in that final part of the lap. I think he got held up by some traffic. King of 69 didn't take pole. He was 6/10 up coming through the middle sector, but just missed out there on getting himself on the front row. He'll have another couple of laps here before the end of this session. He's on the medium tyres as well as King of 69, so that will definitely benefit him in terms of the strategy. Anton's done his fastest lap on the soft. Cameron Poulter's also done his lap on the mediums as well. So Cameron and King of 69 have the upper hand in terms of the strategy. Aldrich Alphys, Horatio and Paul Codd have all done their laps on the soft tyres. Tree Monkey Page has done his fastest time on the mediums, but he's a long way off of the top spot at the moment. Let's ride with King of 69 though, as he is trying to find that little bit of time that he can get to get himself on the top. No, he's backed out of this lap. He's backed off coming down the old national pit straight there, so he's certainly not going to get the top spot for the time being. Cameron and Anton still in the pits. Anton still sat in his box, but Cameron is now moving as he gets off onto the runoff there, getting out of the way of some of the drivers who are on lap times at this particular moment in time. Horatio sat in the pits, so he won't be getting a fast lap time in at the end of this session. What is Aldrich Alphys up to? He's coming down towards Stowe corner. 5 minutes left here for qualifying for the realistic F1 League here at Excel at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. And Aldrich Alphys looking pretty tidy through Stowe corner in towards Vale now. It's got just this left and then a double right, which is like the second part of Vale, and then club corner to finish the lap off. Aldrich Alphys out to the start finish straight, and he goes in P4 with that, so pushes Horatio. No, he was already ahead of Horatio in fourth, so no change there for Aldrich Alphys. King of 69 on his getting the tyres warmed up for another tilt at pole maybe. Anton just leaving the pits, so he's coming out to play once again. And Cameron Poulter here is just moving out of the way as he's coming. There's been an incident there between Paul Codd and Cameron, so I don't know what's gone on there, but Paul Codd spun round and Cameron just coming out onto the national pit straight right now. Anton is coming down towards Brooklands. King of 69's just began his next flying lap here. Aldrich Alphys is coming through Luffield. He's a second down on his personal best. Horatio sat in the pits. Paul Codd sat in sixth at the moment. He's coming through Maggots and Beckett's, but he's a long way off of where he needs to be on this particular lap, so he's not going to improve on this time around. Golden Wolf's gone up into P5 there. He's within half a second of the fastest time being set by Cameron Poulter at the moment. Paul Codd's coming down towards Stowe corner at the moment. Tree Monkey Page is just coming through club, as let's see what he can put on the board here. Over the line comes Tree Monkey Page, and he goes into P3 there, so he pushes King 69 and Aldrich Alphys and Golden Wolf down a position. Horatio now down to P7 on the leaderboard here, so Tree Monkey Page doing an absolute scorcher, but on the soft tyres, so he will not be able to go long into the first stint like Cameron Poulter will. And I believe Anton did his fastest lap on the mediums as well, so he'll get that strategic ace up his sleeve. But Tree Monkey Page has still got a couple of laps here in this session to try and get something on the board. Doesn't want to take too much life out of his soft tyres on this qualifying session, because they have to start the race on these tyres, but he's a little bit up on his fastest time coming through sector 1. We'll stay with him as he's coming through Luffield right now. Tree Monkey Page in the AlphaTauri, always picking the OG League when we've seen him race in there in the AlphaTauri for this one obviously, so expected to be a little bit off of his potential. But let's see how he takes Cops corner. Very wide entry there, all over that curve as he sends the car in. Looking pretty tidy for the time being, keeping it on the grey stuff and keeping it within those white lines. Maggots and Beckett's Very nice through there as well. Tree Monkey Page on a good one. We'll see what his split time is as he comes towards the end of the middle sector. Goes a little bit wide there, coming out of Beckett's into Chapel, as he's just lost at about a few thousandths of a second there coming through that middle sector. He needs to absolutely commit here coming through the final part of the lap. Can he find a little bit of time? Can he maybe get himself ahead of Cameron and Anton onto pole position here? Couple of corners left to go. He needs to find 3/10 in this final sector. No, he's coming in. Tree Page is coming in, so he's not going to improve on this particular lap there. He's thrown in the towel. 2 minutes to go. I don't think he's going to get out and back in again in time. I don't think he's going to get back in and back out. I mean, sorry, that's what I should have said. Cameron Poulter currently on provisional pole. No, he's coming in as well. So Cameron Poulter into the pits. I think that's more or less going to be that then for the qualifying session here. San, Malky, Mark Bow all out there on the track at the moment. Ben Smith also. Bennett down in P13 in this qualifying session. What a turn up for the books to see this man in 13th. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity to see this, ladies and gentlemen. You are actually seeing this. This is real. This is genuine. This is not edited. This is actually happening. Bennett is currently a long way down the order. He's starting on the mediums as it stands, so he'll definitely have the advantage in terms of the strategy, but he's got work to do at the moment as he's coming out of club corner out onto the start finish there. It was on a good lap there, but that was obviously an invalid lap time for him. He was half a second quicker than his personal best on that lap, but so let's see what Bennett can do here as he's on his final run of the session. Horatio on his outlap, King of 69, Ultra Cavist all out there. Anton might be able to put it on pole here on his final run of the session. He's on his outlap at the moment. He'll be starting a lap pretty shortly, I would imagine. And Tree Monkey Page is out of the session. He's crashed out here in qualifying. He's retired from the session. What a shame there for Tree Monkey Page. Yellow flags in Sector 1. Hopefully, we don't be seeing the session waved off here. But yellow flags through Sector 1. Polish My Balls is also DNF from the session, but I think he might have already. I'm not sure. But right now we're watching Anton coming towards the end of his outlap. Sands on a flying lap at the moment as he's just come through Sector 2 and he's currently 2/10 up on his personal best coming through the first sector. Andrew Pittsmith has managed to do a 29.9, but he's still only down in 11th place at the moment in this session. Mark Bow coming towards the end of his lap here, in towards Stowe Corner. He's 6/10 up on his personal best through the middle sector, on the medium tyres as well. Mark Bow, he's backed out of the lap on the final part of the lap there, so he's coming into the pits. He's not going to improve either. Bennett's now down to P14 in this session as he's got a couple of corners to go here, just Vale and Club, and the lap will be done here for Bennett. Doesn't look like it's a particularly strong lap here for him. He's going to have to really get the hammer down on this final run of the session here. He's 3/10 off of his personal best. And his personal best is only good enough for P14. And San's gone on pole there. San comes over to take pole position by just a fraction of a tenth there. What a lap from Sam. Puts it ahead of Cameron Poulter onto top spot. Anton looks like he's a little bit down on his personal best as he just cut Woodcourt there. But he's a little bit up on his personal best, or down on his personal best, should I say. King 69's done for the session. Aldrich Affist, a 10th off of his personal best coming through Sector 1. What can Bennett do here though? He's down in P14. He's a 10th up through the first sector here. The OG League champion on a Wednesday and Sunday has got work to do here tonight if he is to take pole position. He's not going to take pole, we know that, but can he even get himself in the top 10? He's got to find 3/10 to get himself in the top 10. And this is a real turn up for the books here, seeing this man in the Alfa Romeo, the multiple winner this season already. He looks like he's leading the championship in the OG League, but tonight in this realistic league he is finding it a real struggle here, coming out of Chapel out onto the hanger straight now. He's 2/10 down on his personal best. It doesn't look like he's going to be finding that half a second that he needs to get himself into the top 10. Here he comes into Stowe Corner now. Oh wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Sophie's managed to do a lap time good enough for P15, and then Bennett's into the pits. Oh no! As we see Soph just mowing the lawn there on the inside of Club Corner, and comes over 37 seconds off of her personal best on that particular lap. Enmorph in the pits. ATM looks like he's done for the session. I think that is going to be that then for qualifying here for the British Grand Prix for the XL Realistic F1 League on the PlayStation 4 and 5 on the Codemasters Formula 1 game. San is taking pole in this one by just 400th, or sorry, by 100th of a second ahead of Cameron Poulter, 11,000ths of a second separating them in qualifying. Cameron Poulter will join him on the front row with Anton Isbay in third. Tree Monkey Page line up fourth despite crashing out of qualifying in the closing stages. King of 69 in fifth with Horatio sixth. Aldrich Affis seventh, followed by Golden Wolf eighth. Paul Codd ninth with Malky competing in the top 10, got a lap in the end. Andrew Pittsmith in 11th. Mark Bow 12th. Ben Smith 13th spot for him. Bennett LCFC, the champion of the OG League, in 14th place here tonight. He's got a lot of ground to make up over the course of this one. Sophie in 15th, Polish My Balls 16th, Enmore 17th, and ATM King in 18th place, rounding out the grid. Well, drama here in this qualifying session. The multiple race winner and champion of the OG League, Bennett LCSC, qualifying down in 14th place. What can he do from there? But San taking a brilliant pole by just a 100th of a second ahead of Cameron Poulter. The two who fought out the victory in the in last week's race at Austria are second and fourth. Cameron Poulter and Tree Monkey Page, last week's race winner, managed to mug Cameron Poulter on the last lap. Those two up there at the sharp end, but San and Anton looking to try and get themselves in that battle as well. King of 69 and Horatio not too far away either. It's going to be a very exciting race, guys. If you're watching live on YouTube, drop a like, please. There's 11 people watching the video. There's no reason why we shouldn't have 11 likes on the video. So please do so, hit a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribed to the Motive Racing YouTube channel as we broadcast XL's leagues on a Monday and Wednesday, and we also broadcast our own league on F1 on a Friday, as well as leagues throughout the week on ACC and Project Cars. So please hit the like button if you do enjoy the action. If you want to be notified when we're live in future, also hit the bell. Join us at www.motiveracing.com, or if you're watching us from outside and you're not already in the XL leagues, well, first of all, what are you doing with your life? I'm joking. But second of all, make sure you join the XL F1 League, because if you race on the PlayStation and you enjoy racing on the Codemasters Formula 1 game, then XL is exactly what you're looking for. They host lobbies throughout the week. They don't just do league races, they do plenty of little races. They're a great community, and from what I can gather when I'm looking at the Discord, I mean, I'm kind of looking on the outside in because I have my own league on Motive and everything, but I do the commentaries, and from what I can see on their Discord, they seem to be getting together most nights of the week to have a little race, even when they're not doing league races. So if you want to get involved in some really cool community racing on F1, then head over to that link in the Discord. It's the first link in that description, and definitely get involved. We got Rocket Man then says, how does this league work as opposed to the OG League? Does it use realistic car differences? Yes, so the performance of the cars are supposed to be exactly as what you would see in real F1. So essentially, you know, you got the Red Bull and Mercedes are the fastest cars, followed by the McLaren and the Ferrari, and you got the Hasses and the Williams that are supposed to be the slowest cars. We've got SM Team Rooney in the comments here, says, hello guys, have a great and clean race. Greetings from the ACC grid. We've got SM Team Rooney is obviously a race winner on Sunday night on Assetto Corsa Competizione here on the PlayStation platform. Good to see him chiming in and checking out what we're up to on the F1 game here, chiming in on XL's F1 League, the realistic league here on a Monday night. Great to see. Thank you very much for the compliments there. Appreciate that, man. As it looks like we're just taking a little bit of time to get going for this for the end of qualifying. Hopefully the lobby hasn't bugged out there, and hopefully we are able to take the start. I don't know if somebody's lagged out. It says that ATM King Lock is currently on an outlap, so I think maybe he might be the one holding this session up here. Maybe he's got to back out or jump back in the pits. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's him that's potentially causing this hold up. We've got a couple of AIs in the lobby. Hopefully they don't cause a problem. Rocket Man Dan says, it's that close. What a qualifying session from Aldrich in the Haas. Yeah, no mean feat there from Aldrich Affis. He's only 4/10 off for the pole time. He can really do a bit of damage from there. I reckon a podium's not out of the question for that Haas car. Might be a bit of a shot getting the win with Cameron Poulter and King of 69 starting on the mediums, but who knows how this is going to go. We're just going to take a very quick break, guys, whilst we get this underway. I'm not sure what's going on with the lobby. I'm just going to jump in the Discord and have a look. So we'll be back very shortly for the British Grand Prix here for the Realistic F1 League at XL.